All right, everybody, welcome to my blog. And this is the first video that I'm doing for the blog and as well as for the email course inside the Complete Online Money System. If you haven't gotten that, just go to www.completeonlinemoneysystem.com and go ahead and pick that up. But anyway, I'm going to teach you how to write killer articles that gets the click and gets people interested while at the same time giving good information and good quality information because as we all know, content is king, and you give enough content, people will be more interested in your stuff. So here we go. Let's just go ahead and talk about these. Okay, so we're going to write some killer articles, and the first thing you have to do, obviously, is have an introduction. And of course, I teach this complete system in the course, all of the parts to writing an article, as well as some search engine optimization. But our focus is going to be more on selling the click in this video. So, in the introduction, you need to make it both funny and empathetic. It doesn't necessarily have to be funny. That's kind of a, a secondary requirement, but it does have to be empathetic. There's some niches that will not respond well to humor, um, but in the niche that I picked for this one, it does because it further highlights my point of funny and empathetic. And you just don't want to do the usual. The usual thing is, oh, people's just going to say, in this article, we're going to talk about da 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 da. That is completely and utterly boring. Okay, you do not want to do that. Not to say that it isn't effective, but if you make it more entertaining and empathetic to read and make it flow more professionally, people will come to respect you more instead of the good old fashioned this article is going to talk about. So, um, here, let's just give an example of a good introduction. All right. Hey everyone, sick of your dog soaking that brand new carpet with his defecating? Believe me, I know how you feel. It felt like yesterday when I first got my cute puppy. He wasn't cute after his first doo-doo on the floor. I learned the hard way to stop it, and after a month of trying, I came up with a system that actually works. Let's talk about that now. Um, as you can see, this it flows. It's pretty nice. It's got some humor in it. Sick and tired of your dog soaking that brand new carpet. So it's got a little bit of humor, but it's also hitting right at the point. Aren't you? You're sick. Obviously, you're reading this, so you're sick of your dog doing this. So you're asking the question, and they're going, "Yes, I'm sick of it." And then you're saying immediately, "Believe me, I know how you feel. It felt like yesterday when I got my cute puppy. He wasn't cute after his first doo doo on the floor." This is more empathy because you're telling a story, a small little story, It felt like yesterday when I first got my cute puppy. He wasn't cute after his first doo-doo on the floor. So, they're kind of relating. Oh, I know how you feel. My puppy was cute until he started peeing or crapping all over the place. And then you're saying, I learned the hard way to stop it. And after a month of trying, I came up with a system that actually works. Let's talk about it now. So that's being like, okay, I've got a system. I came up with a system. And I'm going to show you the system. All right. So the article body then will go on to explain this, but you want to keep it short. Remember, the complete article needs to be 250 to 300 words, as I teach in the Complete Online Money System. And you don't want to give away everything. You got to make the reader curious and make him want to know more. You kind of, as I said, wet his tongue with some information that pulls him into your site. So here's something like a good body. So this would be like the first paragraph or so. First thing you have to do is keep them in your sights at all times. The moment your little pooper leaves your sight, he'll be squatting all over the place. This is called tethered training. And of course, you maybe want to explain a little bit what tethered means. And of course, tethered just means you got him on a leash or you keep him into a confined area where you can watch him. But this is, you once again, short, sweet, to the point. You might want to explain, write a sentence about tethered training, especially if you are running low on running, don't have enough words to fully meet your 250 word minimum. You can add some more, but essentially this is it. And then you could say the next thing you want to do is train them that you like it when they mess outside. Give them a treat or lots of love. And then, of course, you could say a few more things about that. And then finally, as you get to know your dog better, you'll recognize their potty signs. And of course, as I said, you can elaborate too. But this gives you the gist of what a good body is like. All right. It covers it in 3 simple steps, basically. Um, you make your first body paragraph is funny, your little pooper. Just those little things that you say can make people kind of chuckle to themselves and be like, oh, I know how you feel. And then, of course, we want to get to the lead in. And as I explained, the lead in just simply kind of draws them into your bio box. And there's many different ways to do this, but you want to be honest in a sense. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. And then you want to make them find out more without saying find out more. All right. I hate it when people write articles and I see them down at the bottom. It says, for more information, go to this site. People are like, I've had enough of this information. And they'll click the back button or they'll close. So you want to lead them into saying, hey, you want to read more, but without saying, go here and read more. All right. So this would be a good lead in. And this all seems simple, right? In concept it is, but try for a few days and you'll be banging your head or your dog's head against the wall. Why? Because this requires patience. So, see what I'm doing? I'm being honest, but I'm leading them into, but this does require some work. And they're going to be like, oh, really? But of course, I didn't tell you everything in this article. I just didn't have the space. And that's true to an extent. You can't write out a 600, 700 word article. I mean, in theory, you could, but you're wanting to lead them in, and so you don't have a lot of space. And since I've struggled about it, I've written quite a bit about it. All right, and so that kind of helps lead them in. They're going, oh, okay. And then you've got your bio box, and this is where you do most of your selling on your click. All right. And remember, in eZine articles, you can have a longer bio box than an article, so you can use that article real estate to your advantage. So here's a good bio box. You see, even though if you do the above, you will train your dog. It doesn't have to be that difficult, but there's fast and easy ways of implementing it. If you go here, you can find out how. Of course, the site listed above is only for people who are serious about putting their dog's poo-poo problems to an end. And then you can elaborate a little more and say, da 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 da, um, you know, it's really helpful, or what I've written is really helpful, or something like that. And then you can say, here is the site again. Give them the site. Good luck training your dog, and then your name. You know, and uh, this basically, covers a lot of ground. When you say, of course, the site listed above is for only for people who are serious about putting their dog's poo-poo problems to an end. What they're immediately going to think, and this is without you saying it, you didn't say this, but they're going to think, oh, if I click away or I go back, I must not be serious about putting my dog's, you know, problems to an end you know. And you didn't say if you don't go to this site, you must not be serious. You're saying, of course, the site listed above is only for people who are serious. So they're going to immediately get that thought in their mind that, oh, well, I'm serious about learning it, so it must be for me. And so they'll be more inclined to click. And that's kind of a good key. And of course, you can implement that everywhere in your pre-sale page, in your sales page, on your ebooks, everything that you write, you can put that in there. Only people who are serious about this. So and then with the whole good luck training your dog, a little more empathy and then your name. So that's the key to writing killer articles. You can just follow along with this video again and take some good notes and see how you can implement that into your own article writing. So the best of luck and go make some millions.